Your homework for last night was on page 34, 17A through D and 18A through D. I'm going to do two examples from those that will give you the method that I'd like to see you use when you're actually doing those conversions. In the problem, it states that you can go to table 2-2 on page 26. So let's go ahead and open that up. And now you can see all the prefixes that you need. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, in the first problem, look for kilo. And I'm going to show you how you make an equality and use that to actually solve the problem. So here we go. Let's take our kilogram and we're going to make a factor to do this conversion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in for kilo 1,000. Okay, so these two guys right here now are equal. So this guy is equal to 1 kilogram. So if I want to convert grams, I'm already set to go. So let's go ahead and show you how you're supposed to work your problem. First of all, you have your given over 1. So we got 4,800 grams over 1. And then we're going to use this equality to go ahead and do the conversion. So I look here to my grams. This should be looking somewhat familiar to you. And I look over here and I see grams. So I'm going to use this left side of the equality for the bottom of my fraction. I have to take the number and the unit of measure. Then I go to the other side and I know that that's 1 kilogram. Okay? Why did I know that? Because kilo stands for 1,000 and 1 kilogram then is the same as 1 kilogram. See, 1,000 is substituting for the kilogram. So those guys have to be equal. And that works out really, really nicely to be able to do any conversion of any unit of measure. All you have to know is what the prefixes mean. So let's go ahead and do our numbers here. I'm going to cross out the grams, and we're going to wind up with kilograms because that's the only unit of measure left. And all I have to do is divide this 1,000 into the 4,800. And that moves my decimal from here 1, 2, 3 places to the left, because when I divide, all I have to do, if I have a 1 in front, is look at how many zeros I have, and that moves the decimal in my answer to this position. So what I will end up with for my answer is 4,000 or 4.8, and that's kilograms. And that's my answer. Pretty easy, huh? Let's go to the second one. Okay, in this problem, we're starting out with decimeters, and we want to convert to meters. So we look up deci. So deci is sitting right here, and a decimeter, DM, you can see the abbreviation for it, is going to give me a 1 over 10 for its value. So let's take decimeter, and we're going to say that I'm going to convert this by using the number that this represents. Deci is 1 over 10, and meters is still there, and that is equal to 1 decimeter. Because it is the same thing, isn't it? See, when I put this over here, I see that, okay, like that, there we go. And when you see it lined up here, you will see that, boy, this thing really wants to separate. At any rate, you'll see that the meters line up. Okay, meter here, and deci, 1 over 10, and this is equal to 1 decimeter. Okay, now all I have to do is multiply both sides by 10, and I have my conversion factor. Because when I multiply this side by 10, and I multiply this side by 10, I get the 10 canceling the 10 in the fraction, so that means that 1 meter is equal to 10 decimeters. If you use this method, you'll never get your conversion factor wrong. So let's go ahead and start out the problem. We have a given and a find. The given is 5,600 decimeters, and we're trying to get to how many meters. So we put our given over 1 like we always do, decimeters over 1. And then we go over here, and what we're going to do now is use that conversion factor that we just made down here and plug that in. So we have decimeters here, we have to have decimeters down here. And so I take this side of the fraction, the 10 decimeters, and I put it on the bottom. So we've got 10 decimeters on the bottom, and on the top we have 1 meter, and that 1 meter is, come on, here we go. That 1 meter is sitting right there. So this is the left side of the equation, or left side of the equality, and that's on the top, and the right side of the equality is sitting on the bottom. Now the problem boils down to actually just dividing 5,600 by 10 and canceling our units of measure, and the unit of measure that's left is meters, and so we wind up with dividing 5,600 by 10, we get 560, and the unit of measure is meters, and that's our answer. This should do it for you. You should be able to do all of these problems very easily now.